I want to begin by asking you to think about the story of your life. If someone said, hey, tell me about yourself, what are the stories you would tell? Where you're from, what your parents were like, what your family, what you do for a living? What are the stories that you would tell that describe your life? Today, our reading is from Psalm 34. It begins with, I will extol the Lord at all times. His praise will always be on my lips. But I want you to read it with this thought in mind. It's the only reference to not one of his bones will get broken in the whole Bible. And so the psalm has kind of a connection to Jesus' crucifixion. So imagine as you're reading the psalm that Jesus is reciting this psalm in his mind while he's being crucified. That when you face hard times, was praising God on your lips? I will praise the Lord at all times. During COVID stress and isolation and the tensions that affected you and your family, did you find yourself praising God? Because it said, let the afflicted one hear and rejoice. And there are these phrases in the psalm. I sought the Lord and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. This poor man called the Lord, and he heard them and saved him from all his troubles. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. No one who takes refuge in the Lord will be condemned. You see, Jesus knew what he was doing. He knew that for us to be forgiven, we couldn't be condemned. And the only way for us not to be condemned was if he would die to forgive the sins and free us from condemnation. So Jesus knew he had to sacrifice his life, and so he did. And he gave his life for you and for me. And that's why we extol the Lord at all times. So, what are you crying out to God about these days? Politics, job, family, relationships? Where's our nation headed? Where is your heart broken? And what troubles you? Today, I want you to stop, and when you read Psalm 34, or listen to it, there's another text that has it available, that you sort of say, God, I want to cry out to you, and these are the things that break my heart, and these are the troubles I'm wrestling with. And let that be your prayer for the day. Take a minute, just pray about those things. It says, taste and see that the Lord is good. Sometimes I think it's hard to find God's goodness in the stresses and pressures of life. But today, the challenge is read the psalm, listen to the psalm, and then pour out your heart to God, knowing that he will listen and he will answer you.